What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'll be doing my 2024 NASCAR Xfinity Series playoff predictions. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. The 2024 NASCAR Xfinity season has been super competitive, and so far this year, there really has not been a driver that has emerged as the lead candidate. So this is one of the most competitive Xfinity Series playoff fields we have seen in a very, very long time. Today, I'm going to go through each of the rounds and tell you I think will get eliminated in every single round, and then I'll tell you who I think will also make the championship four for the NASCAR Xfinity Series in 2024. So anyways, let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. The round of 12 is going to kick off this weekend at Kansas Speedway. Then we'll head to Talladega Super Speedway, and in the final race of the round of 12 will take place at the Charlotte Roval. The first driver having been eliminated in the round of 12 is the driver of the 8 car for Junior Motorsports, Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith has been very disappointing so far in 2024 and just barely got in the playoffs this year when I really thought going into 2024 Sammy Smith was going to be a championship contender. He has not done as good as Josh Berry did in this 8 car the previous season, and I've been really disappointed with Sammy's performance. Now, he is expected to be back with Junior Motorsports next year, which I think is good for him. But I just don't see him having the pace and speed to contend. And looking at the 3 tracks we're going to, I thought he'd be better on the road courses, but he's been very inconsistent on the road courses this year. He's not been very good at super speedways in 2024, and really hasn't been that great on mile and a half this year as well. He's had some runs of performance throughout the year and flashed the brilliance. I just don't think he's going to have the pace and speed. I unfortunately think he will get eliminated in the round of 12 in 2024. The second driver that had been eliminated inside of the round of 12 is driver of the 48 car for Big Machine Racing, Parker Kligerman. Parker Kligerman has had a solid year so far in 2024, where he legit was inside the top 10 of the regular season standings for a majority of the year. The reason I have him getting eliminated is the guys that are in front of him, the 8 that I have going in, have generally been better than Parker Kligerman at times on pace and speed. I think Parker's going to have a shot most likely of Talladega or the Charlotte Roval. He's been solid on road courses and also has been pretty good at Talladega in past years, considering he's been good there in the Truck Series. I just don't see the 48 team having the pace and speed to really contend and make it out of this round. I think Parker Kligerman, just because they don't have enough playoff points going into this, I think Parker Kligerman, unfortunately, the end of the road is going to come in. I don't think he makes it past the round of 12 in 2024. The third driver that have been eliminated in the round of 12 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series is the driver to 16 car for Kaulig Racing, AJ Allmendinger. It's been a little bit of a disappointing year for AJ Allmendinger in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. He really hasn't had the pace and speed this year that I thought he was going to have. I had him going all the way to Championship 4 and winning a lot of races at the start of the year. And so far, AJ has failed to score a single win. On top of that, AJ's only, I think, had 4 or 5 top 5s all together this season. And he's been a little inconsistent in the second half of this year as well. In general, he's just been inconsistent, unfortunately. And in comparing to his teammate SVG, well, he's been a little better, that being Allmendinger than SVG on the big mile and a half tracks and those type. You look at the playoff points that SVG has, and I think SVG's been a better driver. I think AJ has a really good shot at the Charlotte Roval, however, so if there's going to be a track that he could get in there, is a round of 8, but he has not been as strong at the road courses. Granted, he's won the last 3 races at the Charlotte Roval, but I don't think he's going to win the Charlotte Roval. So I unfortunately think just because of the lack of pace and speed that he's shown at times this year, I think AJ Allmendinger, unfortunately, will not make it past the round of 12 and will, unfortunately, get eliminated inside the round of 12. And the fourth final driver that I have being eliminated inside of the round of 12 is the driver 98 car for Stewart-Haas Racing, Riley Herbst. Riley Herbst has had a decent year this year, but not as strong as the year ended in 2023, where he had like 4 or 5 consecutive races where he finished inside the top 3 or 4. I don't see Riley Herbst getting to the round of 8, unfortunately. They've just been way too inconsistent, and he's making a lot of mistakes going into these playoffs. He's been limping his way in, and he's just been way too inconsistent going into these playoffs. He's not been as strong as his teammate Cole Custer, despite rumors of him going Cup Series racing next year. I think there's a lot of pressure on that, which has probably been, his eyes have been getting taken focus off of this Xfinity season so far. I just don't think he's going to have the pace and speed, and unfortunately for Riley Herbst, I sadly do believe that Riley Herbst will unfortunately end up being eliminated in the round of 12 of the playoffs after the Charlotte Roval. He's been solid on road courses, but I don't think he gets past the round of 12. Now let's go ahead and move on to the round of 8. The round of 8 is going to kick off at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, then we'll head to Homestead Miami Speedway, and then we'll head to Martinsville before we head to the season finale at Phoenix. The first driver that had been eliminated inside of the round of 8 and not advancing to the championship 4 is a driver of the 2 car for Richard-Rolls Racing, Jesse Love. Jesse Love has been really strong near the end of this season, and I think he's been doing a solid job overall with the number 2 organization. He's not really limping in. He's got the pace and speed. His only issue is he's not been as strong as the 4 drivers that I think will make the championship 4 in 2024. I think his best shot to win is going to be Talladega before he gets to this round, and certainly I think he does have a shot at some of the races coming up. He is pretty fast at Texas earlier this year, which is kind of similar in a sense, even though Texas is kind of its own beast. I think Jess Love is going to for sure have the pace and speed 100% to get past of the round of 12. I just don't think he's going to have the pace to get past the round of 8. I unfortunately think he'll be the first driver to get eliminated in the round of 8 in 2024, in my honest opinion. The second driver that have been eliminated in the round of 8 is the driver of the 97 car for Kaulig Racing, Shane Van Gisbergen. I think SVG is most likely going to win the Charlotte Roval, which is most likely why he will end up making the round of 8. And I do think he has a theoretical chance and opportunity to get to the championship 4 if he can secure more playoff points and can finish a little more consistently. The problem is he's not been as strong on the short tracks at times this year and has been a little inconsistent on mile and a half throughout the year. And remember the last time he ran at Las Vegas, which is going to be running doubleheader that weekend, by the way, he unfortunately had an engine failure. So I think that he will do better that time. That being said, I just don't see him making it to the championship 4. I think he's got a shot at it this year, but I think just because there isn't a road course in the round of 8, I don't think he makes it. Yes, he's gotten so much better on the ovals this year, but unfortunately, I don't think Shane Van Gisbergen, sadly, I do not have him making it to the championship 4. I think he gets eliminated in the round of 8, in my honest opinion. The third driver that had been eliminated inside the round of 8 is the driver of the 1 car for Junior Motorsports, Sam Mayer. Sam Mayer does have 2 wins so far in 2024. And near the end of the season last year, he went on a tear, winning 4 of the final 13 or 14 NASCAR Xfinity Series races. And while he does have 2 wins this year, he's just been too inconsistent for me. Look, he did win at Homestead last year, which will give him a chance and opportunity to make it to the championship 4 there if he can go out there and win. He's going to have to win a race, in my opinion, because I just don't trust the consistency of the number 1 team. When they're on the game and when they're on, they're on. But recently, especially, they've been off their game. They've been making some mistakes. They have tire issues. They've been involved in incidents and wrecks, and they just haven't had the consistency at times to contend up front. But if they can get on, I think they do theoretically have a chance and opportunity to make it to the championship 4 this year. I just don't think they're going to get it done, sadly. I unfortunately do not believe the Junior Motorsports number 1 team is going to make it. Unfortunately, do think that Sam Mayer will sadly not make it to the championship 4 in 2024. And the 4th final driver that I have missing the championship 4 in 2024 is the driver of the 21 car for Richard-Rolls Racing, Austin Hill. Austin Hill does have 3 wins so far this year in the 2024 season. However, they're all on super speedways, and there's no super speedways in the round of 8. And he's been a little inconsistent on the mile and a half. He's been a little inconsistent at times on the short tracks. And while he does have a lot of playoff points, which give him a chance and opportunity, and he could win a race before the end of the year, I just don't see Austin Hill getting it done, sadly. He's been a little inconsistent as of recently. I just don't trust the 21 team currently at the moment right now. And again, their strength is super speedways, right? Yes, he is a solid road course racer, but there's also not a road course near the end of the year. And yes, he won in Las Vegas last year, but I just don't see him getting there. I don't think he gets to the championship 4, sadly. I don't think he's going to have the pace and speed. And unfortunately, I do not have Austin Hill making it. I unfortunately do not believe Austin Hill makes it. I think he will get eliminated in the round of 8 in the 2024 NASCAR Xfinity Series season. So that is the round of 8. Let's now go to the championship 4, talk about the 4 drivers that I have advancing to the championship 4 this year. The first driver that I'm making the championship 4 in 2024 is Cole Custer. Cole Custer has been one of the most consistent drivers throughout the 2024 season and also won the regular season championship. On top of that as well, he scored 2 victories so far in the 2024 season, those coming at Pocono and also at Bristol this past week. They have a lot of momentum. When this team is on, they are the fastest organization in Xfinity. I think they've been the most consistent overall. They've had the pace and speed to contend. Yes, at times they have been inconsistent, but you look at how good he was at Phoenix last year as well. I think that Cole Custer is going to have a really strong chance and opportunity, and I do think he'll have a very good chance to get to the championship 4, and I certainly do think the pace and speed will end up being there for Cole Custer in the 2024 season, where I think 00 team for the second year in a row, in the third year in the last 4 or 5 years he's been Xfinity, I think he will make the championship 4 in the 2024 Xfinity Series season. The second driver to have advancing to the championship 4 is a driver to 7 car for Junior Motorsports, Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier has been very strong throughout the 2024 season, but he's also probably been the most snake-bitten driver throughout this year. Justin Allgaier probably should have 5 or 6 wins so far this year. He's only scored 2 victories so far, those coming at Darlington in the spring and at Michigan in August. I do think that he is going to get to the championship 4 because he's been good at Martinsville in the past, has won there a couple times, and also been fast at other types of tracks. He's been good at Mile and a Half as well. He's been solid at Homestead in the past too, so we can't forget about that. I think Justin Allgaier and this number 17 are going to have the pace and speed to contend. They're going to be fast at short ovals as well. I think Justin Allgaier will end up making the championship 4 for sure in the 2024 season. I think he's going to the championship 4 this year. The third driver that I have advancing to the championship 4 in 2024 is a driver of the 81 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Chandler Smith. Now, Chandler Smith's going to be a little bit of bold take considering Chandler has not won since early in the year at Richmond Raceway. But I feel like early in the year, Chandler could have won 4 or 5 races at the start of the season. It just didn't have the pace and speed to get it done early. On top of that as well, I feel like this 81 team has been starting to emerge a lot consistently. He had a really good run at Bristol. He's had 4 or 5 top 5s, I think, in the last 6 races. And I think that Chandler Smith and this number 81 team are really showing up at the right time. And you got to remember, he was very fast at Las Vegas the last time we were there. He also is very, very fast at Martinsville in the spring. I think he finished in the top 5 there. I think Chandler Smith is going to be quick. Remember, he won Richmond as well, which is similar to Phoenix. I do think Chandler Smith has a really good chance and opportunity to make it, and I do think he will make the championship 4 for sure. I think he'll have the pace and speed to get there. I have him going for sure to the championship 4 with Joe Gibbs Racing in 2024. And the fourth final driver that I'm advancing to the championship 4 in 2024 is a driver of the 18 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed is going to be a little bold considering he's the only driver that I have making the championship 4 that does not have a win. But usually every time we have a championship 4, someone usually that does not have a win going into this race, in Xfinity especially, ends up making the championship 4. But it's not only that. Sheldon Creed has been super consistent in the last 8 races. In the last 8 points-paying races, he has only had 2 finishes outside of the top 5, and he has only had 1 finish outside of the top 10 in the last 8 races. On top of that as well, he has been really good at Martinsville in the past, almost won there last fall. He's been really good at the Mile and a Half this year. He probably should have won at Darlington. He should have definitely had a shot to win Bristol. He was really good at Watkins Glen, went back-to-back on the runner-up finishes. He has had the pace and speed to contend. I think he'll have a very good chance and opportunity, and I do think he will make the championship 4. I think he's going to have a good shot. He also won the truck championship a few years ago, which he's been historically very good at a track like this race at Phoenix. I do think Sheldon Creed for sure will end up making the championship 4 with the Joe Gibbs Racing organization in the 2024 NASCAR Xfinity Series season. So that is my championship 4. Who is my pick to win the NASCAR Xfinity Series championship? Well, I think all 4 drivers have a realistic chance. I think Cole Custer's been good here. I think Allgaier's been good here. He's won here a couple times. Chandler Smith's the defending winner, and Sheldon Creed also has won here in the Truck Series. The driver I'm picking to win the championship is going to be a little bold out of these 4, but I am picking Chandler Smith to win the 2024 NASCAR Xfinity Series championship. Again, Chandler Smith has been really strong on the flat oval tracks throughout this year. That is his specialty. He's really good at these types of tracks, and I think Joe Gibbs Racing is going to provide him the speed that he is desperately going to need to win the championship in 2024. I think he gets it done. I think he's been really good here in the past. I think as a truck win from 2022 at this track, I think Chandler Smith gets it done. Actually, 2021, excuse me. I think he gets it done, and I think Chandler Smith will be your 2024 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion at the end of these playoffs. I'm picking Chandler Smith to win the Xfinity Series title. So, that is going to be for the 2024 NASCAR Xfinity Series Silly Season predictions, playoff predictions. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so that if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support on Patreon as well. Link description below that, and comment your predictions below for the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs. Tell me who thinks can advance from the round of 12 to the round of 8. Tell me who think gets to the championship 4, and tell me who think will be the champion. Let me know it in the comments below. Later this morning on the channel, you will see the NASCAR Truck Series race picks for Kansas. Then tomorrow will be a NASCAR news video, most likely, along with the Xfinity Series race picks. And then, of course, on Thursday, you'll see Cup race picks for the Hollywood Casino 400, followed by the paint scheme video as well. Got a lot of great content dropping over the course of the next couple days, and I cannot wait for you guys to check out. So anyways, like I said, and one thing I was watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. We'll be talking about Haley Deegan and all those drivers like Carlos Gerbich, Cobb, you name it this week. You'll see that on the channel this week. Take care, everybody.